Hi, today we are going to see about the Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement of Price Assurance and the Farm Service Act 2020, Act number 20 of 2020. It got its president assent on 24th September 2020 and it got get into force on 5th June 2020. So let us go with the purpose why this act has been enacted to protect and empower agribusiness firms, processor, wholesalers, exporters, and large retailers for farm services, sale future farming produce to make mutual agreements on denominative price framework in a fair and transparent manner. So this is what the purpose about the act, and similarly you would have seen the Farmers Act, like similar act like 24th September 2020 assent by the President, and as well as it was enforced as I told you earlier on 5th June 2020. The Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Act 2020. The both acts came in the same day of assent as well as came into force on the same day. So we will go into this act particularly. This act is consists of 4 chapters having 25 sections. 4 chapters, like first chapter explains about the preliminary, and second chapter farming agreement, third dispute settlement, and fourth finally miscellaneous. So let us go into important sections in this video. Section 1 and 2 explains about chapter 1, where 1 explains about the name of the act and the force which it came into like implementation. Moving on with this section 2, a definition. Definition is explained in section 2, clause A to 2, clause P. So these important sections, definition like 2A explains about APMC yard, which means a physical premises. It can be in any state according to the act of APMC. It may have a regulation about the market as well as trade will be explained in those acts. For the APMC means Agricultural Produce Market Committee. Moving on with the section 2B means company, like a Companies Act 2013, Act number 18 of 2013, under section 2 clause 20 explains about what a company is. Moving on with the section 2G, farming agreement. Farming agreement means written agreement made by a farmer and sponsor, if not by a farmer, sponsor and a third party, under section 3 clause 3. Moving on with these important section, let me tell you the detail of 2G farming agreement in detail, because this plays a very important and major role making this act of fulfill. So in farming agreement, farmer or the sponsor should get into an agreement where for production, rearing, purchase, like providing farm services, like for example, like first like subdivision, like trade and commerce agreement, production agreement, and other agreements. Production and commerce agreement will be like a ownership of the commodity during production, as well as to get the price on delivery, like agreed by the sponsor the terms. Moving on with the production agreement means it will be covering a farm service. It may be a fully or a service or partial based service. They should agree with the payment services as well. This is what they say as a production agreement. Moving on with the other agreements and combination above will be explained in 2G. 2I explains about the firm based on the Indian Partnership Act 1932, Act number 9 of 1932, section 4. 2J explains about the force majeure, where any unforeseen external event or beyond control or unavoidable substance, for example, like flood, drought, bad weather, earthquake, epidemic, like outbreak of diseases, insect and pest and others are explained in section 2J. 2K explains about the notification made by central government as well as the state government, made it through channel like official gazette, notified there. For any other changes or alteration, whatever amendment for the act. 2N explains about the registration authority, where state government notified under section 12. 2O explains about the sponsor, where who will be the person entering into the farming agreement, or to a person who purchase a farming produce. They are called as a sponsor. Now go into the chapter 2, farming agreement. Farming agreement is explained in section 3 to 12. 3 explains about the farming agreement and its period, where the important thing is a written agreement should be made, time and condition, term, service, supply, supplying time, quality, grade, and following that the price, standard, and other phenomena should have been taken note in the farming agreement. The responsibility will be at any legal requirement provided by the farm service. If the farmer, no farming agreement is been made by the farmer, then the right and the sharecropper. Here sharecropper means tiller or occupier of the farmland, where the occupier may be he may enter into a formally manner or informally, where he agrees for growing or rearing farming produce, like fixed share crop, or pay fixed amount to landowner. Then moving on with the subdivision 3, minimum period. Here the mentioned minimum period and maximum period. Minimum period is a one crop season, or it may be for one production cycle of livestock. Maximum the period can be of 5 years. If it is going more than 5 years, based on the mutual understanding of the sponsor and the farmer, they can go into the modification of the agreement as well if they need in the written farming agreement. To know about the more details how the agreement should be, clause 4 explains that model farming agreement is available and it is necessary. This will be a written farming agreement model will be given by the central government, where guidelines will be explained in it. Moving on to the section 4, quality, grade, then standards of farming produce, where in this the person who is going to take that agricultural land or a farming produce, he should adopt according to the agroclimate, agronomic practices, following other factors which is important to be considered. There should be a mutual acceptance between the sponsor as well as the farmer, if not the farmer, sponsor, and the third party, under section 3 clause 3. Then they should have that mindset of adopting to the pesticide residue, food safety standard, then good farming practice should be taken, labor, social development standards, where this should be mentioned in farming agreement. This is the important point to be noted. And the authorized agency appointed either by the state or central government may formulate these all stuff like qualities, grade, what should be maintained, the standard. So on making with the mutually monitoring and certification, everything can be made through process for cultivation, rearing, time of delivery by third party. An assayer is a person who will be having impartiality, fairness will be followed by the assayer. This is what the section 4 explains about. And moving on with the section 5. Section 5 explains about the pricing of farming produce, where it may be of guaranteed price for payment, or clear price, or additional price which may be of above or over price. This may be noted down, that it may include even bonus as well as premium, which has the best value linked with the prevailing prices. As per APMC yard or electronic trading or a transaction platform or other suitable benchmark prices, this will be annexed to the farming agreement method, like having a method of a price or guaranteed price or additional amount can be made. This is explained in section 5. Moving on with the section 6 explains about the sale and purchase of the farming produce, where delivery of any farming produce is to be taken by the sponsor at the farm gate for the delivery within the agreed time. Following that, B clause explains about the all preparation should be of the responsibility of the sponsor. Then he should ensure, the sponsor should ensure whether all the preparation is going on, and the timely acceptance for delivery should be made by the sponsor. Then clause 2 explains about the accepting of the farming produce, and before accepting the delivery, the sponsor can go and inspect the quality of the crop or the produce or any other feature. He can go and inspect them. And farming agreement is very important. If there is no farming agreement, then no right to retract those from acceptance will be made. So making farming agreement will ensure the person a safety and protection during these type of calamities or any other unexpected situation. Clause 3 explains about the sponsor, where how the payment should be made by the sponsor. It is the condition that during the time of delivery, two-thirds of the agreed amount should be paid and remaining amount should be paid with after a due certification, that is within 30 days should be made. If it is going more than 30 days, then he should say see the legal like actions. Then clause B explains about the other cases time of delivery, where he should they will be issued with a receipt slip, details of sale proceeds, and the state government prescription will be given on based on the mode of payment, and manner of payment can be explained by the state government under section clause 3. Moving on with the section 7, exemption with a respect to farming produce. Exception here is like Essential Commodities Act 1955, Act number 10 of 1955, or any other order came into a force on time for timing being, then it will be accepted for the exception case. Then moving on to section 8, sponsor prohibited from owning, acquiring ownership rights or making permanent modification on farmers' premises or land. It is instructed that according to section 8, nobody, the sponsor should not make any permanent structure or any modification to the land or premises. If so, he should remove that before returning the land to the farmer into the original condition at his cost. To know the thing, like it can be of any transfer like say lease, mortgage of land or premises of farmer, anything it can be, but it is the responsibility of the sponsor to give to the farmer to the in the same manner when he got that original condition. If he is not going to remove and in like conclusion of agreement or expiry of the agreement is made, even though he did not remove, then what happens is like it will be vested with the farmer. The structural ownership will be, then the farmer will be taking the ownership for it. He can't ask for any liability because the expiry of agreement would have been over by that time. So section 9 explains about the linkage of farming agreement with insurance and credit, where under any scheme given by the central or state government, a farmer can take insurance, credit, financial service during as well as ensure risk mitigation and flow of credit to farmer sponsor, and both this farmer and sponsor can take this. So this is one privilege given by the act for section 9, and section 10 explains about the other parties to a farming agreement. This may become any party to farming agreement, like an agitator, it can be of any person, like a farmer produce organization, like he will be having an intermediary between the farmer or a group of farmer and a sponsor. Farm service provider means here any person who is providing the farm service. So the role of this section 10 is like role, service, form of service provider will be discussed in section 10. And moving on to the section 11 explains about the alteration and termination of the farming agreement can be made at any time with the mutual consent of the sponsor as well as the farmer. They can alter as well as terminate by having a reasonable cause. Moving on to the section 12 explains about the establishment of the registration authority. Here the registration authority will be given by the state government notification, where for electronic registry framework based on any reasonable cause or the constitution, power, function, composition, procedure for registration, everything will be notified by the state government through the official gazettes. And following that section 13 is come under chapter 3, where chapter 3 explains about the dispute settlement.